Let's talk about buildings and net zero goals, given that buildings are such a critical part of this equation, right? They're responsible for something like 40% of the global energy consumption and one-third of greenhouse gas emissions. So is green renovating or green building something that can really help countries achieve the kinds of net zero goals that they're striving for when it comes to mid-century, to 2050? What do you think about that?
Well, it has to be. So I take my city as an example. It's a challenge I put to people all the time. As you know, as a mayor, I've got to deal on, 102 priorities, right? I get a single issue campaign coming in. So we're a city of 42 square miles. We're a population of 465,000 people. Right? That populate we have a housing crisis today. Bristol is one of the most unaffordable cities in the UK for housing. We have 15,000 on the waiting list. We have over 1,000 households in temporary accommodation. 1 in 4 children in my city live in poverty. So we have all these. We have great wealth and big inequality within Bristol. We have to meet that housing crisis, but the city's not getting any bigger, right? But we have to meet that challenge in the face of a climate and ecological emergency. So the question is not, do you build houses or not? We have to build houses, right? The question is, what kind of homes do you build and where do you build them? So it does mean that we have to build net zero housing. Then the challenge for me comes in that those can be more expensive to build. So I may go into a deal with a developer and they say, well, if you were building houses, that reduce carbon emissions by 80%, you can have 35% affordable. If you're going to ask for 100%, you can only have 20% affordable. So you can see the money begins to bite, and some groups don't understand this. So we have to put money into the more efficient housing, and we know that's absolutely essential because we need affordable, but we need decarbonized housing as well. The other complexity comes when we begin to look at brownfield sites in the middle of the city. Put in zero carbon homes 4 miles from the main retail, residential, entertainment zone defeats its own purpose. We need to build, like the World Bank says, pyramids, not pancakes, on brownfield sites in the middle of the city. But brownfield sites can be more complicated to bring forward, particularly in a city like Bristol when they're former industrial sites. Then we have diesel in the ground or arsenic, or we even found a cholera pit underneath, a site in the middle of the city. So again, it takes more money to make sure that we get our share of affordable and we're decarbonising. So we're doing the environmental justice and the social justice, what we call a just transition in our journey.